All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ethan Shapiro YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be doing another book recommendation slash review, more of recommendation. Today, I am talking again about value investing to keep up with the theme of a couple weeks ago now's video, talking about Margin of Safety by Seth Klarman. Today, I want to talk about Rule 1 Investing by Phil Town. So again, if you were kind of interested in what I was talking about in my last book recommendation video, but you didn't think you had the mind and the grit to peel through I wouldn't even say textbooky, a very dense business book, then this Rule 1 Investing book very well may be for you. Again, there's going to be details, there's going to be business topics, there's going to be stuff like ROIC and EPS growth and stuff like that, but it's a lot more digestible for the average person, and that's kind of how Phil wrote it. I read this book after reading Margin of Safety, and I think it's a great step-by-step guide of how any single person can invest in stocks through a value investor's mindset. Again, value investing is the idea of buying a stock for less than what its underlying value is. So if the stock is worth $100, you're buying it for $60, something like that. If you want more information about that, look at my other last video about Margin of Safety. But yeah, so I'll just run through kind of what he talks about in his book real quickly. I've got like the summary of the book up here. But basically, I'll read my notes. Basically, there's like a bunch of steps to kind of figuring out how to pick the right companies to invest in from a value investor's mindset, and do it so it's like kind of fun for you. Phil recommends people invest in companies that they can understand and that they would enjoy and kind of believe in. So if you love computers or you love MacBooks, if you love Mac computers, and you should invest in Apple if you get it at a good price. So yeah, step 1 of the book is like about really just investing in stuff that you love and you believe in because it has meaning to you. So that's like super important. He doesn't want you investing in shipping container companies if you don't care about the shipping industry at all, because you're not going to have fun. You're not going to be able to. You're not going to want to do the work that will need to be done in order to make sure that you get a good price and a good valuation on the company, because you don't really understand how the industry works. You have to kind of break it down and get it. Whereas someone who sells computers, sure, I mean, Apple sells all sorts of stuff, but you can kind of understand, like, if you own a computer, you don't own like a shipping container. If you own a computer, you kind of have a feel for how the industry works. So that's why you should be investing in companies that have meaning to you, according to Phil Town in Rule 1 Investing. The next is something he calls moat, which is like a bunch of factors that make the business very safe and unlikely to go out of business. Brand power, the ability to change their price around and change their business model and evolve, stuff like that. I mean, if you want to know, read the book. It's pretty good. It's pretty simple. It's pretty quick, and I mean, it's not insanely quick, but it's quick enough for you to really get a dense understanding of how to invest like from a value investor's mindset in just one read through, which is pretty cool. And then he goes really into the details of how to analyze these companies based on their return on invested capital, revenue growth rate, earnings per share, and he breaks this down so it's as simple as and easy to understand as possible. He also has YouTube videos that you can check out. He's probably much more articulate than I am and good at explaining this kind of stuff. So again, if you're interested in investing in stocks, I would highly recommend you do your research on how to invest in stocks before just diving in and just doing it. He recommends, Phil Town, the author, he recommends paper trading, I think, before. So it's like, pretend that you bought this stock today and then look back in 6 months and be like, wow, I made 10%. You can be like, okay, I feel like I'm ready to do this. Whereas when you're putting capital on the line, it gets stressful, you get your emotions involved. You can really test your analysis on paper before you actually start doing that. So the step 3 is of his book. This I'm running through it very quickly. Is management. He wants to make sure that the people who are running the company know what they're doing. Again, this is all explained in detail in the book. I just want to run through briefly. And then step 4 is, of course, margin of safety, which is in direct connection to my last video about the book, Margin of Safety. You want to buy the asset at a very, very safe rate. So worst case scenario, you're still going to make money. So having a nice margin of safety, which can be calculated using all these different things and these calculators that Phil has his own website with all these different tools you can use for free for a while. That'll get you a nice valuation on a company with a healthy margin of safety, meaning projecting into the future, you can know that very likely you'll make 10% possibly you'll make 15%, and then very unlikely you'll make 2%. But you never want to invest in a company where you could potentially lose money. So that's where margin of safety comes in. And yeah, that's kind of like a breakdown of the book real quick. I thought this would be kind of helpful and informative to let you know. But I would highly recommend Rule 1 Investing by Phil Town if you are interested in investing in undervalued stocks. So that's my book review number 2. Hope it was helpful, and thank you for your time.